Ghosting, the act of suddenly ceasing all communication with someone without explanation, has become a common occurrence in the dating world. But what happens when the person who ghosted you comes back? It can be a confusing and emotional experience, leaving you unsure of what to say and do. When someone ghosts you, it can feel like a betrayal. You may have invested time and energy in the relationship, only to be left with no explanation or closure. So, when that person comes back, it's natural to feel a mix of emotions, anger, confusion, and even excitement. But, it's important to remember that you deserve to be treated with respect and honesty. Before deciding what to do, take some time to process your feelings and consider what you want from the person who ghosted you. In this video, we'll explore how to handle the situation and provide 7 examples of what to say and do when a man that ghosted you comes back. Tip number 1. Be bold and honest about your feelings. If the person who ghosted you reaches out, it's important to be honest about how their behavior affected you. Let them know that ghosting is hurtful and that you deserved better. This will give them the opportunity to apologize and explain their actions, and it will also show them that you won't tolerate being treated poorly. An example of what to say to him is, "I'm glad you reached out, but I have to be honest with you, your ghosting really hurt me. And I deserved better than to be left without any explanation or closure. Can you explain why you did that?" Tip number 2. Ask for an explanation. It's understandable that you may be curious about why the person ghosted you. Ask for an explanation and listen to what they have to say. However, keep in mind that their explanation may not be satisfactory and it's important to trust your gut. Ask him something like, "I appreciate you reaching out and I'm willing to give you a chance to explain why you ghosted me. But, please understand that I may not be able to forgive or forget what happened." Tip number 3. Set your boundaries. When someone ghosts you, they have shown that they are not capable of treating you with respect and honesty. It's important to set boundaries for future communication to ensure that you don't get hurt again. Say something like, "I'm willing to hear you out, but I need to set some boundaries this time. I can't handle being ghosted again, so if you're not willing to communicate openly and honestly, I'm not interested in continuing this relationship." Tip number 4. Take your time. If someone ghosted you, it's important to take your time before deciding whether or not to give them another chance. You deserve to be treated with respect and honesty, and it's important to make sure that the person who ghosted you is willing to do that. Tell him, "I need some time to process everything. I appreciate you reaching out, but I can't make any decisions right now. I'll let you know when I'm ready to talk more." Tip number 5. Be wary and don't just accept any empty apologies. If the person who ghosted you comes back, they may apologize for their behavior. However, it's important to be wary of empty apologies. If they're not willing to take responsibility for their actions and make amends, it's best to move on. Say something like, "I appreciate your apology, but I need more than just words. If you're not willing to take responsibility for your actions and make amends, I'm not interested in continuing this relationship." Tip number 6. Consider your options, if you still like him or not. When someone ghosts you, it's important to remember that you have options. You don't have to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't treat you with respect and honesty. Take the time to consider your options and what you truly want from the person who ghosted you. An example of what to tell him is, "I'm not really sure what I want right now, to be honest. I think I need some time to think about my options and what I truly want from this relationship. I'll let you know when I've made a decision." Tip number 7. Flip your hair and just move on. If the person who ghosted you comes back and you decide that you don't want to continue the relationship, it's important to move on. You deserve to be with someone who treats you with respect and honesty. To end your conversation with him, say something like, "I've given this a lot of thought and I've decided that I don't want to continue this relationship. I deserve to be with someone who treats me with respect and honesty, but I wish you the best." Remember that you deserve to be treated with respect and honesty, and if the person who ghosted you is not willing to do that, it's best to move on. Always trust your gut, choose happiness and peace of mind, and always choose you. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with anyone you think will find value from it.